We have returned the internet in video format. Deep
Only for
dive
Patreon.
discography episode number.
Insert number here.
Yeah, how many is this? Like 30?
I fucking wish it was that much. You would think. Now that we're like over a year of doing this shit.
Whoops. That's
But no.
almost one a
But no.
week.
It's almost like we disappeared for 6 months.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was never really gone,
You were never really gone, eh?
like in Star Wars. We're gonna talk about Black Sabbath, as you can tell by the banner. Well, maybe not, because Ozzy's face is covered by our logo. We're talking about Ozzy era Sabbath. To
Or
be
you might
specific.
not be on the Patreon and might not be able to see the banner.
Maybe not. Maybe you're
It's also episode
swiping.
21, just so you know.
Really? That's it? Oh, well, okay.
Yeah.
I'm on there. Whatever.
Yeah.
I don't care anymore. But I do care about Black Sabbath. Aaron, do you like
Yeah.
Black Sabbath?
I've seen Black Sabbath.
Me too.
Yeah.
More than once.
No.
I've seen him more than once.
Well, la di fucking da.
Pretty cool, dude.
Have you seen Ozzy?
Yeah. I also
I
saw
haven't.
Heaven and Hell with Dio, so that was pretty cool.
Right.
Were
I'm
we at
done
the
talking now.
Were we at the same show? Did you go to that one?
I don't know which one.
Heaven and Hell, Motorhead, Judas Priest, and Testament.
I've never seen Heaven and Hell. I never got to see Dio.
It's pretty cool.
We're
I think
already going. We're already off topic.
we should
There's
call.
9 albums. There's 9 fucking albums to cover. Let's go.
We should rename this podcast. We should rename it. What was I just saying?
You see that logo there?
Deep dive discography.
Yeah, I just fucking paid for. Well, we just paid for that.
Yeah,
I can't take all the credit,
you did
but I
organize
went through.
everything. But
I went through there, got that commission.
It's a handsome logo, isn't it?
It is. Do you know who I based that logo off of?
Looks familiar.
Black Dahlia Murder.
Oh, I see it now.
R.I.P.
I was
Papa
gonna
Crud.
say like putrid pile or something.
Anyways, yeah,
Yeah.
fucking Sabbath, yeah, yeah, Sabbath, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
this is the part where I'm supposed to talk. Sorry. Black Sabbath,
We have video,
1969.
so you know to fucking talk.
Black Sabbath, 1969.
I'm
No,
so
it
sorry,
wasn't. It was
everyone on the fucking internet. This is going to shit.
we're bad at our job.
Yeah, Black Sabbath was 1970. Thank you very much.
1970 on the dot. Thank you very much. Seminal recording, potentially the first ever heavy metal album in the way that we know it. Do we like the debut Black Sabbath record?
Yeah,
Me
yeah.
too.
A side is far stronger than B side.
Yeah, Evil Woman is like whatever. It's fine.
Evil Woman's also a cover.
I know. I didn't actually know it was a cover, honestly. I'm like looking at it now. It's by a band called Crow. Ever heard of Crow? Are they any good?
No idea.
Yeah, there you go. So
Do
yeah,
you like the song Evil Woman?
it's okay.
I mean, I'd prefer if it was the ELO Evil Woman.
Yeah, dude, ELO is sick. I love ELO.
ELO are great.
Yeah, fucking awesome band. Yeah, dude.
We
So
do it in the ELO episode.
I think we should. I love Jeff.
No, I'm taking this. No, I'm
Yeah.
taking this off. Okay, anyways.
So yeah, Black Sabbath, the actual title track, though, I actually don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like
Um,
Doom in general.
Black Sabbath and NIB, right? And
Yeah.
kind of the Wizards. You know what my big issue is?
What's that?
They're overplayed as fuck.
I do like the Wizard a lot, actually.
I like
No,
the
never
Wizard a
mind.
lot.
I'm actually I'm in. Sorry. In my brain, I was thinking of Behind the Wall of Sleep, which might be my favorite Sabbath tune.
Well, that's a much less played song.
Yeah, I don't think people really talk about it too much. And if I can be very candid about why I like it so much, in high school, let's just say I smoked a metric fuckload of weed, and I used to put on Behind the Wall of Sleep back in my stoner days, and that was like the shit, dude. I used to like walk around in the forest, listen to Black Sabbath.
And you're not into black metal, eh?
No,
You just used to hang out and walk around the fucking woods.
well, I mean, yeah, I was stoned. I didn't want to be in public. I was listening to fucking Sabbath because I was in high school and I was still getting my OG music listening taste together, going through all the classics. So, anyways, yeah, this first Sabbath album, it's really good. I think it's maybe not their strongest. I don't. I think that's fair to say. I think,
Yeah.
however, it's a really good template. It's like I think stylistically, it's really interesting too because the title track is kind of like proto Doom.
Yep.
I'm not
Yep.
crazy
It is.
about it. I find it really slow and boring until like the bridge section at the end. That's actually like a funny. That's a really funny trope about Black Sabbath. I find is like they have these really weird, maybe like rocky or slower or sludgy or groovy kind of riffs, and then the bridge section turns into like funky and like psychedelic, almost like kind of heavier interpretation of hippie like jams.
Yep.
Like I actually kind of like that part of it. Like, you probably seen that one meme, right, where it's like the Black Sabbath main riff be like, and it shows something dark and brutal. Then it says like the second half be groovy, and it shows like a disco floor.
Yeah, it shows like a bunch of half naked hippies running around.
Yeah, yeah, dude, I like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's actually what I like about Sabbath too. I think the contrast works really well. I think other albums do it better. Um, but here's my issue with this album. This is kind of like a my taste kind of thing. If you don't know much about music history, this might be kind of an aside, but a huge reason why British rock music exists the way it does is because they kind of interpreted what they were doing not as rock but as like blues music. Like the idea was that all these records were getting imported into the UK and they were kind of the American blues artists because obviously that's Americana music. So when it came over to England, it was really novel. So a lot of people were like listening to like Smokestack Lightning records and probably like Buddy Guy and at the time and stuff, and obviously that would have influenced Clapton and and that's a huge influence on like even 70s, obviously 70s music in general, but particularly in England. It was a really big deal when these blues records started. I mean, that's why you have so many blues artists from that era from England.
Yeah, I will say
Stuff like that.
if you want a really good idea of the kind of influence and how it was all influenced, I would say read Ozzy's book
Yeah.
because he touches on it a lot in the beginning, alongside like how Sabbath came to be and yada yada.
And that's the thing too, is even when we listen to like songs like Behind the Wall of Sleep, it starts off with a harmonica jam. And you can
There's
tell
a
like
lot of harmonica.
there is, and that's the thing too. Is like you can tell they were actually into the blues, like authentically. And like Tony Iommi talks about that a lot in interviews. He'd be like, "Oh, I was just ripping off the blues. Oh
That was
my
a
fingers."
terrible accent.
That's what British people sound like, right?
You just sound like you're whispering. You don't even sound like you're
Well,
putting on an
he's a
accent.
low talker, Mr. Iommi. He's like, "Oh, the fucking blues, and I love the blues and Bloody Guy records."
Yeah, the other
This
thing to
sucks.
remember with especially early Black Sabbath, it's there's like yeah, they're harping on the blues and all that, but in reality, there's nothing like this. There's no
Yeah,
there's no blueprints of how to write this style of heavy music.
and that's what I mean. So it kind of gets a pass for me because I'm not a
Yeah.
blues guy. Just full disclosure, I like. I think it goes without saying that obviously I like blues influence. It's everywhere. Obviously I'm a guitar player. I really do appreciate that stuff. I just think that like I think Black Sabbath's interpretation just kind of works for me way more than anything else. I'd rather hear Tony Iommi rip off a blues lick than so many other people. So many
Yeah.
others, especially of like that time and sound. Like I'd much rather take Sabbath over the Who, like any day of the week, for example.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, there isn't a whole lot for pretty much anything else that you would take over Sabbath in a lot of these cases.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about this album, honestly. I think it's really good. Much more of a rocky, bluesy kind of album than per se a heavy metal album, but it has like that, like that doomy intro, but
Yeah.
they don't really explore that too much on this debut. I think it really is only the title track that kind of has that influence and sound. Everything's much brighter and like again bluesier and more groovy and rock oriented.
You know, what's a big advantage about the '70s.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't follow this release album, tour for 2 years, release new album model.
Yeah, this
Because 6 months
album.
later, Paranoid came out.
You know, Paranoid Man. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't really like this album very much. I had never listened to it.
So this is the exact opposite of the first album, where the B side, in my opinion, is better than the A side.
I would agree, yeah, because Electric Funeral, Hand of Doom, Rat Salad, Fairies Wear Boots, and shit. Like, here's the thing about fucking this A side, right? The most overplayed A side probably in the history of rock music.
And Planet Caravan.
Yeah, and I actually like Planet Caravan, even though like let me rephrase it. I don't like Planet Caravan in the sense that I'm not gonna put it on like when I jog. But if I'm like at a party and Planet Caravan comes on, I'm sold. Just
So
leave me
people aren't
alone.
allowed to turn on Metrodoblicon, but they're allowed to turn on Planet Caravan.
Leave me alone in the beanbag chair with a slice of Domino's pizza and a PBR.
Yuck.
I'm jiving, dude.
Domino's? What the fuck's wrong with you?
We're at a party. You're not gonna fucking order like. What are you gonna order like a marble slab pizza? Wait, marble dude. Words are so hard today.
Marble Slab is an ice cream place. Thank you very much.
I know, Aaron. That's why I feel like an idiot. Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, if you swapped Planet Caravan with Fairies Wear Boots, you would have literally the most played A side, possibly in music.
Is Fairies Wear Boots a popular song?
Yep.
I actually never knew that. I've only heard it in context of listening to this album. But here's the thing about it. Maybe not the most because Led Zeppelin 1 and 2 exist, but pretty close up there.
Yeah, that's fair.
But anyways, yeah, so the opening track, War Pigs. I still like War Pigs in spite of being dramatically overplayed.
Yeah, I think War Pigs is the one song that really gets that pass.
So Paranoid, the actual title track, I'm not really jazzed about. I think
That song can fuck off so goddamn far.
to me, it's like the anarchy of the UK of
Yeah.
Black Sabbath's discography. It's just the song that it was like a simple throwaway riff. It gets catchy, but like for me, it doesn't have staying power. It's a good filler
Like,
song.
well, that's the thing, is I like the story behind the song more than I like the song itself.
Yeah.
They needed to fill out the rest of the album and threw that song together. It is literally a filler song.
You know what the funniest part about it is too? No, sorry, that's not the funniest part. I think that story is more interesting. But I mean, a common thing about this song is that people actually play it wrong very often. Apparently,
Yeah.
there's a very subtle thing that Tony Iommi does, like where he sustains certain notes in that opening riff. There's a very particular feel. That's on the point though. That song can, like you said, fuck off. Planet Caravan, pretty dope. I think we agree it's the greatest song on this album. I agree. Thank you. Iron Man is so overplayed. I never ever want to listen to Iron Man ever again.
Yep.
But
And
Iron
also
Man,
not about the fucking superhero.
yeah, that's actually so funny. I kind of forgot about that part. Yeah,
Like, can
Iron
we just stop?
Iron Man is also like a little bit more of the Doom, proto Doom
Yeah.
kind of exploration. It has that vibe, very like I can understand how, especially when you listen back to this older Sabbath, like how it influences bands like The Sword and stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
I mean, it was Electric Funeral, overplayed as shit. Not a bad song, kind of doomy.
Is Electric Funeral overplayed? I would say it's overcovered.
Yeah, you're
Same with
probably
Hand of
right.
Doom.
Yeah,
I think it's overdone by other bands more so than it's overplayed.
you ever watch Kenny versus Benny?
Yes.
They play the verse riff as like interlude music a lot.
Do they?
Yeah, dude. Like, go back and watch Kenny versus Benny. It's all over the place. Like, I think it's like
Yeah.
their studio band kind of doing like a botched version of it. But yeah,
Yeah, I've not watched that show in ages.
Rat
I
Salad.
just Yeah, this is a small shout out to my friend who
Sure.
I know listens. There is one part of Kenny versus Spenny that will always just stick in my mind, which is when a bird decides to shit on their windshield, and they decide to do their challenges to figure out who has to lick it off the windshield, and yeah, they just start yelling at each other, "Lick up the birdie turdy." That's
There
my
you go.
story, and that is a joke that only one person will truly appreciate.
Well, there you go. One person who appreciates it. Hey, look at this. Actually, I'm on Wikipedia right now.
Yeah.
One publication gave this album a C minus. Is that fair?
Who is the publication?
Ever heard of Chris Gua's Record Guide?
No, what the fuck? C minus. Is that fair? Yeah, kinda.
Yeah, I'll take it. Sure.
Um,
Whatever.
like, okay, so I think when this album came out, probably not.
No.
But
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
have a
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a feeling that's a retrospective review from somebody who's talking about records now.
I hope so because at the time this album would have been brilliant, but in the
Yeah,
context of
exactly.
the year 2022,
Where
it's not
Paranoid
great.
has been played.
Shitty album cover, shitty album. Yeah, fuck this album.
Yeah, can we talk about that real quickly? Black Sabbath album covers for a while fucking suck.
Yeah. Then we get to Masters of Reality. Sorry, Master of Reality, my mistake.
Yeah,
And it's literally
there's one master.
just the Black Sabbath logo,
It
the
does say Master of
groovy font.
Reality. It's just in black.
And the fucking I never noticed this, the giant purple like Warner Brothers record label logo just in the corner.
Yeah.
I forgot
Who do you
about that.
think released this album?
I know, I didn't know it was Warner. I didn't know that part, but just yeah, whatever. That's funny to me. So yeah, Master of Reality, much, much, much better. I like this
It
album quite a
exists.
bit. I don't think it's the
So
greatest album ever, but I mean, like, I think it's pretty good. I don't think it's their best, but I mean, like, I think it's a really good time.
it's a solid album. Again, there was only 6 months between. Well, it was a little bit more than 6 months, but there was less than a year between the last album and this one.
Honestly, I'm not surprised. If you listen to the writing on Early Sabbath, like, you can kind of, it's very jammy music.
Oh yeah, I mean, it opens with Sweet Leaf. Again, that's a song that I think can just fuck off forever, especially after listening to 6 Feet Under cover it.
You know what, though? As far as overplayed songs go, I'll take Sweet Leaf over Paranoid or Take Your Pick,
I,
honestly.
yeah, I don't know. Like, I would probably take Iron Man over Sweet Leaf.
Really?
Yeah, I'd even take Black Sabbath over Sweet Leaf.
Rough. You know my favorite
Um,
song? I really like how Embryo goes into Children of the Grave.
Me too.
I think
That's what
Children
I
of
was
the
about to
Grave is
bring
really
up.
fun.
I think Children of Grave is one of the best songs that this band has ever released.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, Lord of this
And
World's good. Solitude's fine. Into the Void. I forgot Into the Void's on this album, actually.
Into the Void solid. I like
It's
Into the
good.
Void.
You know the thing about
But
this
they
album is that like it's just not as interesting, even though it's much better. Like I think it's of the first three, I'll take this one probably over the debut and Paranoid.
yeah.
Wait, would I? Yeah, I would. I think I would. Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna sneeze.
Are you
Anyways,
holding in a sneeze? Okay.
no, I thought I was gonna sneeze and then I didn't actually sneeze.
Right. Right. Yeah, this
I yeah,
album is played
go.
in C sharp standard, so that's pretty cool.
Sure, man. Whatever you fucking say.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm on Wikipedia. In May 2022, which is current year and current month, an unsanctioned documentary is released detailing the lead up to recording Master of Reality and its legacy.
Are we going to if it's unsanctioned?
We gotta watch
I
it.
mean, I can say it means it probably doesn't have a proper copyright, which means we could probably watch it and react to it live.
Yo, we should do that. That sounds like a good time. You know the best. You know another one we should watch. We should watch Cocksucker Blues on stream.
I have no idea what that is.
Oh, dude, it's a long lost Rolling Stones documentary because like it showed the Rolling Stones like doing unsavory things. So they like the band was like, no, please don't release this, and the production company was like, oh, okay, fair enough, I guess we're not gonna like get you guys in trouble. Then some guy leaked it on the internet like so many years later. This is like in the mid 70s. It was like a tour documentary, and it showed them like just being sleazy assholes.
So if anyone wants to have a movie night with deep dive discography, it'll
Let's
be on
do
our
it.
Patreon, and so that way we can't get in as much trouble. And yeah, we'll figure out a date if you guys come and hang out.
Yeah,
Anyways, Volume 4.
I like Volume 4. Not my favorite.
Yeah, there's only two songs that no, three songs that really stand out to me.
I don't like Changes though. That's one of the songs that definitely
Oh
stands out
yeah,
to me.
Changes.
Changes is
I
so
forgot about.
boring. I can't believe they thought
I'm going through
the piano.
changes.
I'm just like, oh my god, I want to fucking cry. It's so boring. It is so cheesy. That's the problem with it. It literally sounds like the intro to a really shitty like sitcom of its era.
I'm going. Anyways,
Yeah.
Supernaut is a song that I know. That
Supernaut's
is
good.
cool. Snowblind, I mean,
Snowblind's sick. Yeah.
it's just a song about cocaine.
But there's no Serge Tankian being a kooky weirdo on it, so
That is true. And Under the Sun.
good song.
Yeah. Besides that, pretty indifferent to this album.
This album, I'm kind of the same way, but I think it's really fascinating as like an artifact of like again like proto doom kind of stuff. I know some people regard Sabbath as like doom, and if there is a version of that, this is probably close enough.
Yeah, I
This is
mean,
pretty
like,
close to like
Doom, it's like, I I get where people are coming from by wanting to call it Doom. It's really just like that idea of traditional metal, in my opinion.
yeah.
Like, if I'm looking for a band that sounds like Sabbath, I'm not looking for a Doom band. I'm looking for a traditional metal band, like Reverend Bizarre
I
and
don't
the
know what that
Sword.
is. I
You
don't
know
know.
Reverend Bizarre?
No, is
Yo,
it good?
I'll have to show you Reverend Bizarre.
Yeah, send me a link at some point. I'll listen to it later.
Yeah, I'll send you a link in between recordings because we are busy fellas today because some dickhead needs to go on holiday. That's me.
Oh yeah, so I was gonna say like I'm not going on vacation. I'm going
No,
on a
that's me.
business trip next weekend.
Well, I don't know if you've looked at our fucking schedule, but
No,
like I
you know
have
I don't
two
look
weeks. I have 2 weeks next month where I'm free.
2 whole weeks.
Yeah, and then I fuck off again.
We can make it happen.
Oh, we'll make it happen.
Regardless, yeah. Number 4, not my favorite. Not bad. It's a good album. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey, the band slowed down a little bit after 4. It took them 2 years to release Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath.
Wow, can you believe that?
Yeah.
I like Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath a lot. It might be my favorite Sabbath album.
I okay. Title track can fuck off. Again, overplayed as shit.
Dude, I
And I actually just
love Sabbath.
I
Oh, whatever.
don't think as a song it's that great.
I
It
also
just it's just whatever. I don't like that there. I mean, fluff just feels like fluff.
I love
I
Fluff.
want. I wonder if they called it fluff just because they knew they were fluffing the album with a 4 minute fucking instrumental.
I kind of like it though. I really like
Uh,
it.
Killing Yourself to Live is a really good song.
So good. Also, I like Looking for Today.
Yeah, looking for today.
I really like A National Acrobat.
A National Acrobat. What a song name though.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool for an. You know,
For a song about like the destruction of the universe and shit like that, for like a doomy song.
pretty cool.
Pretty fun song title.
I actually didn't realize it was their 5th album, and it's amazing too, like how much music they cranked out in like a 3-year span.
Yeah. Yeah, then that's kind of the thing is like you can tell that they buckled down. They obviously did some touring and playing shows, but like this was where Black Sabbath became a proper professional band.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you
Uh,
got 2 years between releases. You got an album that feels a lot more put together.
really
But yeah,
shitty album cover, by the way.
yeah. I mean, that's just Sabbath.
Really fucking stupid. Half naked ladies in a bed. Kind of rapey, isn't it?
Is that what it is? I'll be honest. I've never. Oh yeah, yeah.
Not good.
Huh. I'll be honest. I've never looked at that album cover very closely because I'm just like, wow, that looks stupid.
You're not wrong. It is pretty dumb.
I wonder how. Well, I'm probably the only fucking idiot who never realized that. But yeah,
Anyways, I like this album quite a bit. I don't know. The
yeah.
more we
It's
talk about the Sabbath, the more I realize it's actually not that interesting.
that's kind of why I'm just like clicking ahead. I'll be honest. Like,
Uh,
yeah, Sabbath are fine, but like, yeah,
okay. So, do you have a favorite traditional heavy metal band?
traditional. I mean, I would say Reverend Bizarre.
Let me rephrase
Hence
that.
why
Of
they're.
the classic era.
So we're talking like 70s, 80s, Maiden, Priest, yada yada yada.
Yeah,
Of probably Maiden. I don't know.
I
Who
could
would
see
you
that.
pick?
Who would I pick?
Yeah.
Can I be real with you?
I hate them all because I'm such a hipster and I only
No,
like deathcore.
no, it's
Is
not
Lorna
true.
Shore a traditional heavy metal band?
We all know they're not. Don't be silly. I'm not really gaga about old school heavy metal very much. I like it obviously, and of all the traditional heavy metal bands, like let's say like if we're going in the era of like Judas Priest, Sabbath, Iron Maiden, I've probably put the most time into Sabbath, honestly.
I've definitely put the most time into Maiden, but
I had a
I will
feeling I
say,
feel like Maiden's a safe choice, but I think like honestly Judas Priest, even though I don't really listen to Judas Priest like ever.
mm,
Like their 70s material is pretty sweet, except for like that first album was a little rough, but
yeah, I do like Priest a lot. That like Maiden and Priest are two bands I do bounce between liking a lot.
yeah.
The thing is even talking about like who's your favorite traditional heavy metal band is like I would never consider Sabbath up there.
I think I would because I love Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. I like Master of Reality quite a bit.
I mean, yeah, I like at least a couple songs on every album, but like I don't know, Sabbath is not a band I really just go out of my way for.
You know, my actually, I take it back. I think you're right about Iron Maiden. They actually might be my favorite as well because like those '80s records are really good. But you know, my issue of Iron Maiden is for me after the '80s, they fall off so hard that I like disregard them pretty heavily. Like whenever
That's
Maiden
fair.
comes along and the entire world is like, "Oh my god, fucking Maiden's playing again for the upteenth time. I gotta get tickets." I'm always just rolling my eyes. I can't do it. I've seen him play
Um,
like 4 or 5 times. I think I'm good, you know?
yeah, I've seen them twice. It was both on the Book of Souls tour.
Yeah, Book of Souls sucks. Fuck that.
But okay, I'm gonna be the one to vouch for it. I do actually quite like Book of Souls.
Really? Okay, okay.
I think it has some songs that are way overly fluffed. I won't doubt that. But
Iron Maiden,
I do like Book of Souls.
my
But
issue with
I
Iron
don't need
Maiden,
to see those songs anymore. And I am not down for Senjutsu, the new album.
no, that album's really bad. Dude, I was so
So
shocked. It sucks.
I'll be honest. I mean, if they come through here and like I'll go see them just because it's new songs to see live, right? But I don't think I would see them multiple times touring for that album.
You know, the thing about Iron Maiden for me is I think they have a restraint problem.
Yeah, I think the issue is now is they don't feel the need to restrain. You know, they are immortalized in what they do.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Is like the reason why I like Iron Maiden or the '80s Iron Maiden at least is like they're really good at writing like anthems and poppy style bangers with like
Yeah.
catchy riffs and like catchy hooks. And then for some reason they decided that like yeah, you know that reason why people like us, we're gonna disregard that, but we're gonna keep the same guitar tone.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think even the last two albums, they each had a song like that, like an actual anthem to play live.
Yeah.
Speed of Light on Book of Souls, and I don't think it was Writing on the Wall.
But you know the
That was
issue
a
is though,
really long one.
you're right that that's what they were going for, but I think the issue is because they're doing the same thing they've already done, but it's a newer, boringer version. It doesn't really land, does it?
Yeah, like Speed of Light, I liked when it came out, and then I listened to it more. I'm like, oh, okay.
Well, that's the
Like
thing is that the,
this is definitely a live song, but
it has that vibe of like whenever a band who puts out a lot of shitty music all of a sudden puts out like a 6 out of 10 track, everyone's like, "This band's back." I bet
yeah,
that's Iron Maiden every time they release a new song that's not garbage.
Maiden's back.
Yeah, as if they've ever
I mean,
left. Like, all they did was just stretch out like their song lengths and just stop writing hooks.
yeah.
Imagine Fear of the Dark all day. That's what new Iron Maiden is. But I mean the album, not the title track.
I guess yeah, Fear of the Dark is a shitty album.
It's not good. Anyway, so
But
Silent Bloody Sabbath is okay.
no, no, Sabotage. We're on to Sabotage.
I don't like Sabotage very much.
Really?
Nah, that's
Hole,
okay.
Hole in the Sky, Center of the Universe, Megalomania. Sorry, I was thinking about Undertale.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, actually, like, yeah, side A, Sabotage is good.
Yeah,
If you just talk about side A, Sabotage is a good album. But yeah, it
it's
all right, I see your
fine.
point.
It's
Hey,
fine.
what do you think about that album cover where like they're all in front of a mirror and somehow their reflections are looking at them?
Yeah, and you know what I think they did, Aaron? I think they might have just copied the photo and cut it into the shape of the frame.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you
I
think they
mean,
did
that's
that?
exactly what they did.
You think- Yeah,
But
moving
also,
on.
like, can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
So obviously, you're a fan of photography. I'm a
yeah,
fan of photography.
sure.
Why does that photo look so shit when it's like obviously a professional shoot?
I mean, it could be color grading.
Probably.
It could be bad lighting. I don't know what gear they're using. I don't know.
Well, I do know it was like a professional photo shoot because I've seen the behind the scene pictures. So yeah,
Oh,
I
I
guess it's
see.
probably just weird filters that they put on top of it.
I could see that, but yeah, it's also like it's a stupid album cover.
You know, it's a stupider album cover.
I could guess,
Technical Ecstasy.
dude. I like it way more than this one.
Do you?
It's a nice painting. But you know the issue with Technical Ecstasy is it looks like a
Everything.
looks like a '70s jazz fusion album cover. Like what the fuck are they thinking? It literally looks like it should say Chick Corea Trio up top.
I'll be honest, it looks like something fucking Dream Theater would release.
But like not actual Dream Theater, like a South American knockoff.
Hey, there's
X of the
only one
Auditorium.
song. Two
What?
songs? One song. One song on this entire album that matters.
It's okay. Like this album's not nearly as shit as everyone else thinks it is. I
It
forgot that
starts with
this.
a song called Backstreet Kids.
I know what. That's such a bad title. A lot of the titles on this album are stupid.
Rock and Roll
I
Doctor.
hate that. Oh my god, that's like Kiss levels of cringe. I like Kiss,
Yeah,
by the way. I think Kiss actually might be my favorite traditional heavy metal band, even though they're not heavy metal.
they're shock rock.
I'll take
Like it.
Kiss over
Listen,
top of.
if you class Kiss as metal, then Alice Cooper classes as metal as well.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, Alice Cooper says he's heavy metal, but whatever.
I don't believe. I don't believe
Yeah,
anything he says.
yeah. Dirty Woman is the only song on this album that matters.
It's good. I actually don't mind the opening track. I just think I think this album just kind of suffers from like samenism. Do you think that's probably why this band was falling apart?
Yeah, that is exactly why this band was falling apart.
Because they couldn't write
And
anything that wasn't like a bluesy ripoff.
and Ozzy wanted to retire.
Is that actually why?
Yeah, that's why he left. He wanted to retire. Well, he wanted to do his own thing, and then he wanted to retire.
That's so crazy. I actually did not know about that.
Yeah, I think it was two albums, one album,
Wow.
Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Ozzy wanted to retire fucking early.
Do you like his solo stuff more than Black
No.
Sabbath?
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman are really good. I
And
like
so is Bark of the
solo.
Moon.
Yeah, Dark Side of the Moon's. Wait, sorry, Bark at the Moon.
Uh, That's Pink Floyd.
Bark Side of the
Hey,
Moon.
quick argument about Dark Side of the Moon. You know the song Money?
Yeah.
Have you ever realized that the time signature changes halfway through because they forgot how to play?
Wait, is it going to 4/4 at some point?
So after the guitar solo,
Mm-hmm.
because they recorded it in one session.
Yeah.
After the guitar solo, they forgot how fast they were playing in the beginning, and it picks up to like almost double speed.
What? I don't remember that. I feel like
It's really funny.
Dude, I
It's
skip
really
over
fun.
Money so often because like it's so overplayed.
Yep, after the
I
guitar solo, because they recorded it basically as like a jam song. They forgot how quickly they were playing, and they basically ended up playing at like double speed.
I love Pink Floyd. I much
Yeah.
prefer 70s rock as opposed to 80s heavy metal, like by quite a bit. I
Depends.
adore
I mean,
Pink Floyd.
I like a lot of Rush. So,
Yeah, Rush is good, especially 70s Rush.
but never say die.
It's okay.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I know I've listened to this album.
You don't remember a fucking thing, do you?
I don't remember any of the songs on this album.
I remember one song on here.
Do
Junior's
you?
Eyes. Junior's Eyes is really good.
And then that was the end of Sabbath until a while.
Yeah.
So fun fact, do you know why Dio left Sabbath?
I actually don't. Enlighten me.
Yeah, so Dio left Sabbath because Ozzy, after Mob Rules,
Mhm.
Ozzy was doing his farewell tour. And
That's
he
so
was
jokes.
doing two shows in
Yeah.
Florida. They were the last two shows he was ever doing.
Allegedly.
And at the time, they were the last two shows he was ever doing. And he called up Tony and he said, "Hey, I'm doing my last two shows ever. I would like for you guys to come out and open the show for me. Big festival, like hundreds of thousands of people both nights."
Like getting
So-
Heaven and Hell to open up.
Well, getting Black Sabbath to open up because they were still Black Sabbath at that point.
Right. Okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah.
And so Tony Iommi said, "Okay, I'm down for this idea. Let me talk to the band." So brought the idea to Tony and Geezer. They were both like, "Yep, we're down for this." Brought the idea to Dio, and he said, "No fucking way am I opening up for that crazy person."
Do you kind of respect that?
And the rest of Black Sabbath were like, "Well, this is a democracy. Like, you don't really have say. You've been in this fucking band for 4 years. Like, shut up. We're opening for him." And Dio was like, "Cool, then I quit."
It's kind of extreme, don't you think?
A little bit. Do you know who ended up playing those shows as their singer?
Is it the Deep Purple guy?
No,
Who?
Rob Halford.
That would have been cool.
The only two shows Rob Halford has ever played with Black Sabbath.
That is so weird. That would have been cool as fuck. That would have been 80s Halford too.
Yeah, that would have been like top tier Halford.
Is there a video of
Yes.
that?
Yeah, video of this does exist.
I would. Is it the whole concert? Because that's like a thing. I'll open up a case of White Claws and just fucking melt into my couch.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
That's so cool. That's actually really cool. I actually would really appreciate that.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah,
So Black Sabbath, they,
I have
they
an
then
issue.
released a bunch of
Sorry,
albums.
sorry. I find this really interesting. We got to like talk about this, even though we're not like talking about these albums. Really, I think it's worth grazing over for a sec, right? Um, let's start from the top. Heaven and Hell. We all like that album, don't we?
Dio era is better than Ozzy era, yes.
Yeah, that's fair. I'd probably say. I don't know if I prefer it, but I mean, like, yeah, like this album's fucking badass. It's so good.
Yep.
Mob Rules. Really, really good
Mob,
album. I like it quite a bit.
Mob Rules, you can kind of tell Dio wants to do his thing,
But man,
talk
Turn Up the
about,
Night is
dragons.
so good.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like, Turn Up the Night is so much better than any. That's my favorite Sabbath song. Straight up.
Nice.
I think it's so fucking amazing. So, anyways, yeah, that's a really good album. I think we can all agree on that. Then Born Again happens.
Yeah, man, that album that has a song that fucking Cannibal Corpse covered.
I like Zero the Hero a lot, but what the fuck is this album? It's so weird. I like it. Maybe because I'm a
It's,
contrarian hipster, but like,
I mean, it's fine.
it's weird, isn't it?
Like, yeah, I mean, you can tell it's still a Sabbath album. That's the thing. You can tell it's a Sabbath album just with a different singer because that's just Sabbath. Sabbath has always had the same sound because you have the same core members. You just have a different person in front.
Oh, but that's where you're wrong, my English fellow, because I don't think Dio era actually really sounds like Sabbath. To me, they almost sound like a different band,
Dio era sounds like Sabbath with a different singer
but way faster
because
though.
yeah, they picked it up to match him,
But
but
also, it
it's
sounds tighter and cleaner. It's less sludgy.
yeah, like I
Like
said, it does come down to Dio wanting to write these like mythical whatever songs.
more heavy metal bangers as opposed to rock and roll blues
Yeah,
bangers.
it's definitely a metal album as opposed to a rock album.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, Born Again really fucked. It has the guy from Deep Purple, and they have a live version of him doing a bunch of old Sabbath songs, whatever, kind of trippy. Then we get to the trippiest of them all, fucking Seventh Star, which is like, do you know the weirdest part about this album is it's a Tony Iommi solo album, but it's under the Black Sabbath banner.
Yep.
That's so fucking stupid.
Well, this was when everyone quit the band.
Yeah,
This is when everyone called it quits, but Tony, like everyone called it quits except for Tony, so he still owned the name of the band.
I know, and that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, have
So
you ever looked at
dumb.
the lineup outside of the fact that Glenn Hughes sings?
I should have known that was Glenn Hughes. I never really thought about. I never actually really put much thought into it, but
Eric Singer from Kiss is on drums.
weird.
It's so funny.
Yeah, so fuck this album. The internal.
Oh,
I
and
never
the
actually.
bassist from Great White and he filled in Nuclear Assault is on there.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Weird. How about this one? The Eternal Idol. I've never listened to this thing. I forget this album exists. Like, look at this album
What the
cover. What?
fuck? I've definitely never listened to this.
I know, right? Like, what the fuck even is this?
So this is still Tony Iommi as Black
Lyrics by
Sabbath.
Bob Daisley, the fucking Ozzy Osbourne bass player.
Yeah, Eric Singer still on drums. You got Tony Martin on vocals now.
Ew. I don't like Tony Martin. I really don't like Tony Martin.
Wow, Tony Martin filled in for Candlemass for a while.
That's actually that's cool. I would
I mean, that makes sense, but it's still fucking weird.
ew. But yeah, this album cover is fucking shit. Headless Cross I've actually never listened to. Is it any good? I hear like people sometimes say it's good.
I couldn't tell you. You know what I can tell you?
Yeah.
Half the people who played on this album are dead.
Really? Who's the
Yeah.
personnel?
Hey, Brian May was on this album.
Whoa.
Brian May did a fucking guest solo on this album.
Weird. Yeah, so fuck this album.
And
Is,
then Tear.
is Tear any good? People tell me it's good.
I mean, okay. Ignore the fact that it says Black Sabbath at the top of the album cover.
Yeah.
Look at the album cover. Look
Mm-hmm.
at the song titles.
Mm-hmm.
I would just assume this is a Bathory album.
Yeah, it kind of has that vibe, doesn't it?
I would genuinely look at this and be like, "Hey, look, it's a Bathory record."
Cringe. Dehumanizer. And that existed.
That did indeed exist.
Dio
That
again.
was yeah, that was Dio coming back for something that he didn't give a fuck about.
Sounds like
But
it.
I, the song I,
Yeah.
my favorite Dio era song.
Mm.
Fun fact.
I have to go back to it. I don't remember this album like at all.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
either. But I remember that song.
What the fuck? Cross purposes? What the hell is this? 17th album.
Geezer Butler came back.
Weird. Tony Martin. God, this Sabbath has such a bad fucking batting average.
Hey man, Forbidden.
It's
Look
forbidden
at that
good.
album cover.
I know it's less cringe honestly than the other ones though.
I actually kind of like the album cover for Forbidden.
It's not bad.
But is it good? I have no fucking idea.
No idea either. Then we have 13, which is our last Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne.
True.
Yeah, fuck this album. It's really
Really?
not good.
Um, End of the Beginning,
Not good.
and I like End of the Beginning. I like God Is Dead. I like Loner, and I like Age of Reason.
I hate God Is
So
Dead. I want to cry every time I hear it. It's so bad. It's literally
I would
so cringe. Any
I
dude,
would
any song where it's like, "Is God dead?" Oh wow, isn't it so funny? We live in a society that's like secular now.
we live in a society.
Fuck
Who lives
off.
in a society?
So
God.
fucking stupid. God, this album is so shitty. You know what this album is to me? This album is like everyone just on Xanax because they're like 80 years old when they recorded this fucking thing. This is a really good example why fuck this band because like could you imagine being around for as long as Sabbath, right? Having as many sound changes as you've had and then you decide, well, let's just play like really shit doom metal again.
I mean, I think they had a purpose with this album,
What was that, do you think?
but literally just to sound like Sabbath.
To what end? Sabbath Bloody
Dude,
Sabbath exists. I can just listen to that any day of the week and enjoy it.
yeah, but that's definitely what they're aiming for.
I can listen to Volume 4 and it's infinitely better. I'll take Paranoid over this album.
Yeah, I'll take. I don't know. I'm just indifferent at this point.
I'll take Omi, Tony Iommi's solo album over this.
Yeah, I think that's enough Sabbath. Take us out.
You know, now I'm depressed. I thought I really liked Black Sabbath. Now I'm starting to wonder if I really like Black Sabbath. It turns out I like 5 things they've ever done. Or 6. I lost count. I wasn't counting with my fingers and toes. So like
Yeah, I don't know. It's Sabbath is Sabbath. They have songs.
for better or for worse, Sabbath is a band that consisted of people. They made music.
Yeah,
Some of that music was in recorded format. Some of that music was lost into the ether of time.
yeah. And apparently half of it you've never listened to, as we learned.
More than half. I didn't know they had like 18 albums until just now. Because I honestly forget there's an era after Dio. In
Yeah.
my brain, I think of um Ozzy, Dio, and that weird middle period where it's like, you know, yeah.
Anyways, thanks everyone for listening.
I'm
That
sorry.
was Sabbath. I don't know why we did this. It
It
didn't
was
go
my
well.
idea. I'm sorry. Bye. Please
Bye.
like our Patreon, follow us on socials, mostly on
And YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Bye.